Welcome to Riverbend Talent on WBGZ. Brought to you by the Halpin Music Company.
Riverbend Talent on the Big Z. I'm Dennis. Pigpen with me, brought to you by the Halpin Music Company and by Mr. Matt Van Voorhis of Macias Insurance, and we thank them very much for supporting the show, and we hope you do too. Get out there and thank them, because without them we wouldn't be here each week talking to these amazing guests and the amazing talent around the Riverbend. And I guess that we can throw that out the window tonight, because we're just going to have Pigpen and his old buddy Terbrock.
That's out the window is right.
That whole Riverbend Talent, the name of the show, this is just Riverbend Jackass.
So I got the sponsor in, and it's up to you guys from here on out.
We have assumed control.
And a big thanks to those sponsors who will allow something like this to happen on the air.
Thank you to all of them.
Big thanks to Halpin Music Company. And once again, my apologies to Mr. Matt Van Voorhis for claiming he has websites up that are inappropriate. They're perfectly fine. Thanks, Matt. He's the best insurance man in the country.
Attaboy. Attaboy, Pig.
Anyway, so we're talking to my old buddy, Tom Terbrock. Good to see you, Mr. Tommy. How you living, brother?
I'm doing great. It's Real Rock Terbrock, Tom Terbrock. What is going on, my buddy? It's been a while since we've been on the air together. Too freaking long. And I'll say this to everybody out there listening. First of all, greetings. Pigpen is one of my favorite human beings on this planet, folks. If there's a Mount Rushmore, my friends. And one thing I am rich. I have a lot of friends that watch out for me. Pigpen is number one up there on that mountain. Good to see you, my brother.
I love you, brother.
I love you so much. This is awesome, dude.
It is. I can't tell you how many years. It's been since 2007, I guess, since we've actually been on the air together.
Oh, that's horrible.
Now, just last week we sat in my backyard talking, and this ain't no different, really.
No, it's the same thing, even though we'll clean up the language just a little bit, because there is FCC. And we love them.
Were you with that fellow from Roxana the last time you were on?
Yeah,
who was that?
Go.
What's his name?
I don't know.
The glove don't fit?
Dan
Grover.
That's nice, baby.
Yeah, Dave Glover.
Oh, yeah.
The Dave Glover show.
Yeah.
We spent
my Lord.
7 years together, something on that show.
Some of the best times in radio. Now, I may say this, being totally honest here, 7 years of some great radio, because I worked with some great folks like you, but I'll say this, very stressful when you step back from that, Pig. Didn't enjoy it as much as I am now, even being here or what I'm doing now. It was great, and we got paid more, obviously, but it was corporate and it was stressful.
It was to do a 3-hour drive time show, and we were kind of thrown into the fire at this situation, because if my memory serves me correct, 97.1 The Rock came on the air and was really putting the screws to Casey.
They were kicking Casey's ass.
And so Casey, the best way to extinguish that is just to buy him and get rid of him. And so the plan became this. If I remember correct, and I'm not giving out corporate secrets or anything here.
Let's see it.
They turned 97.1 immediately into a talk station, hoping that everyone would immediately tune back into KC95. They didn't really expect the talk station on FM to really work so much as anything except to get everybody back to home. And so they basically said, look here, and if I remember correct, they started the mall at the same time. They gave the mall a shelf life of 2 years, and 97.1 FM Talk a shelf life of 1 year.
Well, Pig, Joe Rush. You remember Joe Rush?
Joe. Good guy. Great man.
Great human. Once we were about 2 years in, Pig, and we started to get hot. We really did.
Yeah.
He goes, wow. And I'm like, what? He goes, we couldn't tell you all, but we hired you, and you guys were going to get sold off. I'm like, well, thanks a lot there, you German. But they were supposed to, but we did so well, Pig, that they sold them all.
Yeah, instead.
Remember?
Which I was on there, too, so I would like to see that go. Spicoli.
Right. And may we say, and here's to this, may we say, take off your hat, rest in peace, Madison.
Oh, yeah, miss that girl.
That was an angel, man.
Love that
and
girl.
And one of the best DJs I've ever heard in my life.
sweetest girl with just this silky voice and just a lot of fun too. Madison, you wouldn't expect it when you hear her, like, so they moved her from, I worked with her on 104.1 Extreme.
Yep.
She actually trained me how to run the Howard Stern show because she ran it before me.
Sure.
So she actually trained me. It was great. And then we worked together. They moved her to K-Hits.
Yeah.
And she had a problem with her eyes, so I would go in and read to her.
Every day he would, you
I would
guys.
go in and read to her what she was had.
And you would also write stuff down, too.
Big
That's
enough.
the
I would write
angel
it.
he was there to her. And we would all help. Like when he wasn't there, I would go down and do it. But again,
Write it real big.
angel there. But yeah, the mall was supposed to stay.
Yeah.
And talk. And I'm
Supposed
like,
to
so
go.
you hired us to bend us over and throw us out. But the bottom line, Pig, you saw what happened. We started a machine there to where 5 years straight we were number one. And that is hard to say, dude.
Yep.
Especially coming from a stepchild, a station that wasn't a bastard station that wasn't even supposed to make
they
it.
They didn't care, and now it was their number one money maker.
Well, we saw it turn. We were there for that.
Yes,
we were in the
did.
trenches of that. Like you say, it was very stressful because there was this. We were this bastard station that wasn't supposed to make it, and we had to prove ourselves every day to make it happen. So we would throw ourselves into it. It was a combination. It was like a lot of life. It was fun because we were doing this thing
that we
loved, and while there was portions of it I didn't love because there was the business end and there was the serious times,
corporate crap.
Well, and even serious issues that we would have to talk to where suddenly the show's not
Which I hated.
jackass
Yep,
around it.
yep.
I want to get back to the jokes today.
Hey, it worked, you guys, and I will say this, and I've spoken to him, Glover.
Yeah.
He says, man, I wish, and you can't go back.
Can't put the genie back in a bottle.
He knew he screwed up when he started to get away from the comedy because he was good at it, and so were we.
Yeah.
Now, when it got to the serious stuff, it lost a little bit of its punch there.
Well, people get off a hard day's work and get in their car and turn on the radio, and they've already been through serious all day.
We want to take their mind off.
Laugh, yeah.
Amen, Pick.
And that was one of the great things. Now, when I'm gonna, but before we even dive back into the story of Mr. Tom Terbrock,
Cool.
I want to talk about the first time I ever remember laying my eyes on Tom Terbrock.
Oh, this is getting sexy.
Hit the music.
It was
Hit the porn music.
It was a warm summer night. The moon was shining bright. No,
And your hair was glistening.
with what? With my DNA. No.
With some sort of sheen.
Some sort of silky sheen that wouldn't comb out.
Natural.
Natural sheen.
Yeah.
So no. I actually remember the first time I ever saw you. So Rick Bayless had an office in sort of right off of what I would call the sales area of
it
Emmis
was.
at the time. And I guess he had you had been hired, but I hadn't been introduced to you, and you were working out of what I had known as Rick Bayless' office.
Yep.
Maybe they had turned it over to you, but
Actually, Pig, I could tell you a story. Remember one Greg Zeiger?
I remember
also
Greg.
a nice human being.
Absolutely.
He gave me that office, dude.
There you go. So there you go. Great. I remember just walking by this office and kind of looking into it. And I guess maybe it had switched from Rick to Greg and then to you.
Yeah.
But I just saw, there's some new guy in that office. And you looked out and smiled and waved at me. Friendly as could be, which you don't see a lot in corporate world,
No, you don't.
unfortunately.
No, you don't.
And I thought, well, that guy looks like the nicest guy ever, and I had to just walk up and meet you, and we've been pals ever since.
Amen.
But had you just been frustrated that first day and slamming something down,
You would have been.
I would have just kept on trucking and never
Look
looked
at that
back.
fat bastard. And you'd have kept rolling, Pig. But no, man, and we've been close since then, but we are very, which is scary, we're very kindred spirits.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is scary but good, man.
Yeah. So now that I've told my story of first meeting you, we're gonna rewind the story because that was in, I guess, 2000, somewhere around there.
I was hired in 2000, yes.
I was already working at Emmis, and it was a 3-station conglomerate. It was KC95, 106.5 Kicks, 106.5 The Country, and then I was the overnight DJ on 104.1 Extreme Radio.
That was good station.
And the good stuff there. And then they bought there was the big buyout and all these new people. And to be honest, I was just trying to keep a job. I knew there was a lot of people around there. I remember talking to Kane. You remember Kane, our buddy Kane? Love that man. I remember talking to him, and without him knowing it, he was giving me information. I'd be like, hey, so you're going to be working on this new 104.1 The Mall, right? Yeah, they having meetings about that? Yeah, they're having one down at the and I just show up to the meetings. I wouldn't be invited. I just show up, and then I'll be looking around like, who invited him to the meeting?
But that shows that you wanted to work there, man.
And I ended up getting up. But, it was at a moment where you kind of had to just find a place to be.
Yeah, because it did show a lot of folks showed up for a lot of jobs there.
Jobs.
Now, speaking of Kane real quick, he's doing well down in Texas running the Dana Lash show.
Love it.
He's doing well.
Oh, I'm happy to hear it. He was always just one of those.
He was an A+, baby.
Just one of those
we were,
great guys.
Again, he was where we could be us. Where we could be us. Now, we couldn't be us around everyone there.
Nope, but around a few. There was a
exactly.
Now the last time I laid eyes on Kane was a music festival in 2014. Huge 5-6 day music festival out in Danville, Illinois. Me and my friend Jennifer, just as the sun's peeking up, we're skipping down the road with burritos, still been up all night, having a good time, and all of a sudden a car in the middle of nowhere, a car parks and pulls up and he's like "What's up?" And it's Kane, and he was at that music festival,
and just a good dude.
Oh, great,
and a
great
good
human being,
broadcaster,
good broadcaster, and he's not a selfish lover. Just for no, I don't know.
I was going to say he still owes me dough, but I'll trade him out. I can trade him out. I'll drive down to El Paso.
You got to go over the border to really see the donkey show. You got to cross the border.
Right. I'm
Del
the donkey
Rio says
show,
they got
brother.
it, they don't.
I'm the donkey show. I don't need no donkey. All right, brother, roll.
Let's go back to where you started in broadcasting,
man.
because we're just going to keep spinning off the tracks.
Well, sure. Oh, absolutely. We can go hours.
Southeast Missouri State.
Pig, I was working in construction with my dad. Hated it. It was hard work.
Love you.
Pops. Love you, Papa. And he didn't want me. He wanted me to go to school, man, because he didn't graduate from college. He didn't get a chance to go. My sister Ann was 13 credits away and quit.
Oh, Ann, what are you doing, Ann?
So that bent me over to where Dad wanted somebody to graduate. So I'm like, I'll be darned. Curly on the Three Stooges going to go to college. Well, it turned out to be the best thing in my life, Pig, for one. If you want to know the truth,
I know.
Once I hit Southeast Missouri State is when my life started. For where I could be me. Got into radio, and a lot of people are like, you can't even speak. I'm like, well, we shall see here. Went to Southeast Missouri State. Actually was hired in college. I got paid through college at KRCU, River City Radio, 91 FM. So that's where I really started my roots there, and I had 4 years of that, Pig, and I had my own metal shift for 4 years there.
Nice.
And other students would complain, going, why does he have it? And the teacher would say, because he did a year straight of classical music at 5 a.m., and I never missed a shift.
Nah, you paid your dues.
He showed me I paid my dues, so 4 years straight I had my own shift. Nobody else did. And it was the start of real rock.
Real rock Terbrock.
I didn't ever really think I would be on the air a whole lot. I wanted to be, but I was more producer saying you can't be on the air, the whole thing. Now I know they were all jealous.
Yeah.
And I knew I could have, So Southeast Missouri State went into Cape Girardeau, okay? So my senior year, I got a job at KEZS, easy listening, Pig. And the first other job was spinning 45 old country. Now, that was cool.
Man,
I'm talking going back.
Yeah.
Patsy Cline all the way up to like 70.
Nice.
Heaven. So I learned there, and I worked for the Zimmers from 1984 until 1999.
Wow. And that's when
which was a great run. Then I went up, Pig, for a year at KMOX.
Yep.
I was there. And then my friend Jim Mazen called and said, hey, they're looking for somebody to run a talk station.
What's Jim doing these days?
I don't know, but he owes me dough too.
He owes me $20 from way back when, and I'm not trading with him because he's selfish.
And a foot. Yeah, he is. He's a what?
He
Taker, not a giver.
Exactly. Jim, you got to be a giver.
But no, he called and said, hey, man, they need somebody to run one. And he knew that's what I did in Cape Girardeau.
Yep.
Okay, so he called up and met with Joe Rush, Jeff Allen. And
great guys,
boom,
couple of
man.
great guys.
And then Pig, I went 16 years there, man, which was a good run. At the end, as you know, radio's crazy sometimes. I wish I should have, to be truthful, I should have left maybe 3 years earlier, but I was stupid enough to eat a lot of stuff to where now when I'm older, I would say, dude, you should have left 3 years. But that stuff happens.
Well, it happens every day where you're stuck in a situation. It turns out like a bad breakup where you should have pulled the Band-Aid off long ago.
Didn't know, right. You didn't know. And then Pig, and went from there to I'm now out in the Westplex.
There you go.
Way out there. I'm on 107 The Viper, Real Rock Terbrock's Metal Militia every Sunday night, and also on 10 a.m. until 2. And then in the afternoons, I do a talk show, 5 p.m. until 6 p.m. on 105.3 a.m. 1280 KYRO, and it's just what you're doing here, a bunch of nonsense, but it's good. But it's good radio because it takes your mind. Your job is to take their mind off of a stressful day. So I don't want to hear news. I don't want to hear all that. I want to hear a jackass.
Right.
And I'm here.
Hearing news makes me feel like I'm supposed to be involved in every argument on the face of the earth.
Yeah,
No,
like,
I know it's important to know some of the world stuff, but I need to laugh when I get.
All I say is peace on earth.
Here's the thing: you just worked your way from Southeast Missouri State all the way up to the current.
Yep.
And you didn't even mention the biggest. There's a couple of big things that happened to you in college you didn't even talk about.
Oh, well.
Number one. We got the live bug-eating champion of Southeast Missouri State right here.
I'm telling you, and I still hold it, Pig. Right. There's a plaque up on 7 West, Southeast Missouri State. I went there about 3 years ago and saw it. I'm like, why doesn't anybody have the chutzpah to try to beat that?
Oh, they try, but then the bugs keep crawling out.
Oh, but they were delicious. And I learned now I can survive in the woods.
You put him on Naked and Afraid, he won't even be afraid. He's just going to be naked.
Me and who? You, Gibbons, would be out there eating stuff.
I was thinking Coco.
I'll take that too. That's fine. But no, Pig, it's been a great journey. But here's the cool part for me and you. We're still doing something we love. This station here, phenomenal. The one that Smash is on, hello Smashy, is phenomenal. So I'm enjoying being here. I'm enjoying what I'm doing there as much as I did, Pig. And I was on Casey for 8 years. I was proud of it.
Oh, yeah.
But it was corporate, my buddy. And again, I was proud. But what I'm doing now, it's not corporate and it's real radio.
Now, even though it was corporate at Casey, you got away with some stuff because you were playing his band, the Pantego Brothers, on there, and they were not supposed to be on the radio.
But they were good enough for me to play. In fact, I played them on my metal shift 2 weeks ago. And I also have Independence by Declaration. I got it all. I got all old stuff. Pick. Again, I think the bottom line is, and you have it, I have it, we all have it here. We love radio, man. And there's something special about, now sure, we can make a lot of money somewhere else. That's fine. But my peace of mind and my heart and my health, I just love radio, man. Yes, it is. You can't put a price tag on it.
Yeah. Now, here let's go back to college
again. Not the GOAT, I hope.
That's what I was getting down to. Well, you met your true love. You met your true love in college.
Man, I was drunk.
You weren't even drinking at night.
And somebody said, instead of this Bud's for you, this U's for me. You know what I'm saying? But no, I'm kidding. I did not. But we did a lot of crazy. Believe me, though, Pig. College, I made Animal House look like church.
First, okay, I'm going to tell you the story I heard from his buddy from college. He wasn't even drinking the night of the goat. They brought the goat up and said, look, Stevie Nicks grew a beard. You want to get with her?
And man, she squealed her. She hit that high note.
The truth is, you really did meet your true love in high school or in college.
Yeah, man, I did. One Jill, who was, she said she loves you. very much. And
she told me before I left your house this morning.
Right. She saw her this morning.
I saw her this morning.
He's trying to help her heal from what cancer. We need all the help we can get.
I had no idea why he wanted
fine.
me to go with him.
That's fine, boys. One guy has to film it. But no.
And remember what I said when we pulled up? I said we got to wait till he leaves out the front door
Right,
before
yeah.
we go in the back. Nah.
But Piggy, yes, it was crazy.
You met
Now,
your girl,
get this.
your girlfriend. I call her.
All right, I had to leave college. I know this is crazy for a semester because the grades weren't that good. I was having a little too much fun. Okay, so I had a semester off, so I went to school here in St. Luke. Okay,
Yeah.
went back there. They saved my job, which was really cool.
Yeah.
And I'm standing there speaking to my brother, just like you, and all of a sudden this girl walks in and she kind of looks and blink, and I'm watching, the whole thing, walking back there and walking all the way out, waves. I go, dude, who's that? She said she's new. Her name is Jill. And I said this to him that day, Pig. I will marry her. And about a year and a half later, we were going out and we married 4 years, and he was there going, you said it.
You use the mind
I
meld
know
on
the
her.
mind meld on her. All I had to do was look.
That's not
Look
all.
Look at that look.
Oh, that is not all you had to do. If I remember right, you had to get on a popcorn diet to get down to your wooing weight.
Boys, guys, I was up to, again, now Pig saw me when I was up again over the 300 mark, which was horrible to me. I should be dead. I mean, Pig, again, I twice was so heavy, things could have started to shut
Couldn't
down.
get both arms
Thank
around
the
you.
Lord. No, he couldn't. And when I saw him last week, we gave him a hug, not close, no smooching, but
A little tongue.
Well, a little tongue. But he said, first thing is like, wow, I can get my whole body around you. So yeah, I ate for about a year.
Nothing but popcorn.
And herbs.
Popcorn and
herbs. And it worked. I lost like 100.
Wow.
So I got down to wooing weight. Got her, and then started eating like a fat man again.
And that's when I stepped in.
That's when you stepped in. But no, Pig, again, she's been a blessing. 33 years, you guys. She is battling cancer. She's a warrior.
Absolutely.
And Pig, I don't think I would have been a strong dude. She has just been nails, which helps me because then I'm not all freaking out.
Yeah.
So
well,
it's horrible, but she is fighting it hard, and she's going to win, man.
Yeah, she's got this one beat, man. She's
does.
a beautiful, strong woman,
Yes,
and that's
she
why
is.
I show up every day when you're leaving for work.
And
Wait
she
a minute.
married a what? That's why it's like once a month, I'm like, man, I'm getting old, I guess, only once a month. And then she's almost sleeping through it. So at least every other week, stagger it.
Why she keep saying Pigpen?
Well, I was saying, that's why I'm like, what, did he call? No, man, but it's been a great ride. Again, 33 years in radio
Gotta love
now.
it,
I
man.
will say this
Gotta
is
love
Southeast
it.
Missouri State. I've not worked anywhere else but radio, which not many people can say that,
Right.
Pig.
No.
And again, I'm enjoying what I'm doing now. Like if I was over here, I'd be with you all the time.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
This is real radio.
Not all the time, because I do have a side job. I got to gigolo just a little bit.
Oh, well, I could bring the what? Boom, boom.
Bring the thunder, baby.
Oh, the big boy. Big boy's home.
Oh, man. It's like old times,
Isn't it?
brother.
We're going. You have any questions there, brother?
I'm just going to open up the invitation every Thursday night at 6 o'clock. We do this. You're always welcome. Come on
brother.
in. We talk about bands. So
Oh, beautiful.
We usually go live 6 to 7, and we sit and basically talk about local bands.
And I do have a new band for you boys. And
Okay.
Speaking local, this is fairly local. Okay, they're from Columbia, Missouri.
Okay.
Okay. They're called the Many Colored Death, Pig. And you know how I love music. You know, I live for music, Pig.
Right.
Just like you. I'm going to say this to you boys here. It's the best live band I have seen in 30 years.
Wow.
And again, I went
That
to see
says
them.
a lot.
And again, they're a metal band, okay? But there's no tattoos. They look like nerds. They look like three
Nice.
nerds. And I'm thinking, this isn't going to work. Buddy, by the third note, and again, get this, boys. They're called the Many Colored Death. 3 weeks straight on the Billboard charts, the highest rated song moving up the charts.
Nice.
And I played their song first 2 years ago. So Real Rock
There
set
you
the
go.
stage. Finally, everybody's catching up. But no, trust me, guys, The Many Colored Death.
Nice.
Fantastic.
Check it out. Have to check that out.
Yep.
Well, brother's been great catching up with you and talking
I'm
to
coming
you,
back.
man.
I'm coming back.
Next Thursday, we'll be sitting right in the next room over doing it live.
Tell Smashy.
Smash
He's
will be
the
here.
greatest, man.
Yeah.
And again, love this place here. Again, this is real radio.
It's
Folks,
the real deal.
you can say corporate all you want. That's really not real radio. This is the real deal. It was an honor, you guys. It really was. And again, I can't wait to come back. Do I get an attendance prize or something?
I got one for you right here.
Oh, love it. Family salve. Love you, Piggy.
I love you, brother. That's my good buddy, Mr. Tom Terbrock. I worked with him for a long, long time. Had many great days
my
just
boy.
enjoying work with you,
You
man.
know, we did, and we were a
Good team.
team again, and I'll say
Yeah.
it again, folks. I'm blessed. I am rich, not with money, not even close, because I got to do a little this on
Yeah.
the side. But friends, I have the best buddy, and you're up there, Mount Rushmore, #1.
Love
and
you,
I
brother.
mean that, and again, it was an honor to be on the station.
Well,
you, brother.
at least you're stoned, Pigpen, on that
Yeah,
Rushmore, right?
if I'm Mount Rushmore, I'm even more stoned than normal.
Me too.
Yeah, it really
Look at
sucks.
this. Me too.
Not really more than normal, kind of the same.
Well,
Yeah.
right the same.
Not
I
the
mean,
same.
again, when you do it, when you just always do it, you're just good. You know what I'm saying?
You don't even know the difference. No,
Peace
I don't.
on earth, smoke 'em if you got 'em.
There you go. There you go. Keeps me from climbing a clock tower and picking off strangers. I don't,
Baby.
I don't know if that's true.
Love you
but-
guys. It was a blast.
Yeah, yeah.
Love you, brother. That's
Maybe
Mr.
next time I'll talk a little.
Do it.
Nah, sorry, man.
No, you can.
We're monopolizing all this
That's our
time.
boy, and again, you knew he had.
Yeah, I know.
He knows all the stuff.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know nothing.
I really did. I told him, when he told me you were finally coming over, I'm like, well, it's about time, first
Yeah,
of all.
yeah,
and
yeah.
second of all, I'm giving it to you because, I just want the folks who used to listen in to the Dave Glover show like I did to just hear it a little bit more between you two. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
So,
And well,
Yeah.
hey, man, it's a pleasure, and I will be back. That's a warning.
All right, on. That is my good friend, Mr. Tom Terbrock. And I guess we're out. We got some homework for the people?
yeah, I guess I can do that part since,
you go.
What's
you've
the
been kind of
homework?
busy. Well, each week we urge each and every one of our listeners to get out there and support local art and music and take in a live performance, and that's all we need you to do. It's
I will
plain and
be up
simple.
in Columbia a week from tonight, introing the Many Colored Death.
Oh, man.
There you go.
That stuff. So yeah.
So
Big,
you're-
that's one thing, Dennis, that really has cramped me a lot, and I'm sure all of us here. Not being able to go see live music
Yeah.
up close, man, that has hurt me.
Yeah,
But
that's like church.
It is like church.
yeah.
Brilliant thing though is, and I think this is going to be the wave of the future, man. Those drive-in shows.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I likes it.
We just had Steve Scorfino on a few weeks ago, played
Boom.
one of those and said that was a great one. You're talking about introducing someone. You remember the last show me and you walked on stage and introduced someone together?
Cheech and Chong.
Nah, no, it was Pat Liston and Mama's Pride over
yeah.
there. We just had Pat Liston on a
And
few weeks
we're
ago,
on
too.
the CD.
There you
The
go.
live CD.
There you
Nice.
go.
Now, one thing on my whole career, I did get to meet both Cheech and Chong,
Yeah,
interview
but-
them. Remember the
oh, yeah.
drop that Cheech did? When I'm in town and I'm in need, I get a hold of Real Rock Terbrock.
Cheech was great because we got to meet Chong. I had hung out with Chong 4
Yeah.
or
Met
5
Chong,
times
sure,
before
yeah.
I ever
Chong's
met
great,
Cheech.
yeah.
And so I knew Chong was really good, and he even did jokes about Cheech.
Sure.
So it was like I kind of wasn't sure when Cheech came in how to take him. And you said, hey, go get some drops before he leaves. So I take him in my studio and I get him to say the Real Rock Terbrock drop. But he messed me up because he started, I'm like, hey, we're just going to have you just say you're Cheech and you listen to us when you're in town or whatever. And he starts off right off the bat. He looked right at me and he's like, hey, when I'm in St. Louis, I get the best stuff from Pigpen.
And it's heaven.
I'm like,
I want to hug you.
the second he said that, I'm like, you ain't changed a bit,
I
brother.
love
you.
No,
that
and
Don Johnson thing was just a fad.
That was just exactly.
Need some money. I'm
Sure.
just saying, a little bit. All right.
All right, man.
There you go.
I shall return.
There you
All
go.
right,
Thanks a
man.
lot. Thanks to Tom Terbrock. Thanks to Halpin Music for their support. Thanks to Matt Van Voorhis of Macias Insurance for his support.
And that's it, man. Do your homework, and we'll talk to you next week.
See ya. All right.